from far away, but you always knew you'd be the one to work while they all play. And you lay awake at night and scheme of all the things that you would change, but it was just a dream.
There is no mic. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Man, I had a fucking epic fucking intro too, man. There we go. Let's do that there. All right. Guys, what a show. What a show. 4 title matches. 4 title matches, no new champion. A hell of a MJF promo and a Hangman down. Man, I hope you saw it, bruh. If not, don't trip. I got you. We're gonna go over it, man. We're gonna go over it. Thank you everyone for being here tonight. Let's turn this one down a wee. Boom. There we go. Let's set the mood a little bit, man. Let's get a little bit more intimate because we're gonna be here for a little bit hanging out, man. What'd you guys think of the show? I thought it was fantastic, man. Sad ending, though. Sad ending. And I saw some of you guys out there in the chat talking about how it was a work. Guys, relax. That's what's wrong with wrestling fans today, man. That's exactly what's wrong with wrestling fans today. No one knows the difference between real life and pro wrestling. No one knows. Why is that, man? Why is that? We're going to go over it, though. Unfortunately, I am not finding any brand new updates on Adam Hangman Page, guys. As the news rolls in, I'm sure I'll catch it, man. But wow. I don't know what to say, man. Other than that, man, let's get into it. But before we do, I want to push a couple of things so that you guys are aware, because you need to be aware of what I have going on for you guys. I got something up my sleeve. But first, shout out to everyone who donates to the channel. I see you guys have already started with the super chats. I am highly grateful and appreciative. Not only that, if you are unaware, we are running a promotion through the month of October. The one who donates the highest amount to this channel, including September, will in fact be the moderator of the month for not only this channel, but over on JD's channel as well. Yes, you will be a moderator for the entire month of November, including the exclusive members only streams and any and other OTS event that he does. So again, super chats are always appreciated and welcomed. Not only that, you could be the moderator of the month. Also, shout out to my boy Osaqui Vasquez. If you are unaware, Osaqui is a huge friend of not only JD's channel, but mine as well. You guys have no idea where this channel would be right now without Osaqui's support. So shout out to him. If you want to support what he's doing right now, Osaqui is a writer for the television show on Amazon Prime and Freevee, Bosch Legacy. Go check it out, because I did. I watched everything Bosch from the original running going through the new one, and fantastic stuff, man. Fantastic stuff. One more thing. Guys, I've got something coming up for you guys for the month of November. You won't believe it. Forget the moderator of the month stuff for a month. I got something better for you guys. Starting November 1st, get ready. Somebody's gonna be a lucky winner in the month of November. We'll just leave it at that. Stay tuned. For right now, if you want to support the channel, like I said, get those super chats in. Follow me on Twitter. Should be right there on the screen. Also, I want to apologize for the layout. Get that out now. I know it says dark, My graphic design guy went missing on me for the last couple of days. So we're going to have to make do with what we have. So sorry for that. I mean, I know it's going to irk a lot of people. It's irking me already. But that's all good, bruh. It's all good, right? That's what we do. Let's get into the show. We are live tonight from the Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, for a special preempted Tuesday night edition of AEW Dynamite. What a show. They're labeling it as Title Tuesday. 4 title matches. Great show. A lot of stuff on the line. Let's get into it. First match, we got the Trios champions, the Death Triangle versus the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy. I like this match, man. I like this match. Let's get into it. The challengers come out first. Orange is carrying the title belt. He's the title belt. He's carrying his All Atlantic Championship belt in a backpack. My man just come out, got his title in a backpack. That's how cool Orange is. All right. Pac attacks Cassidy at the bell. Trent rolls him up for a quick 2 count. Lariat by Trent sends Penta to the outside. Super kick by Penta, and Chuck is now enziguri by Penta. I'm sorry, Chuck then takes an enziguri from Penta. Penta monkey flips Chuck into a seated Trent into the corner. 2 count. Penta looks for the fear factor early on Chuck, but Trent makes the save with a rolling elbow to the back of the head. That was nasty. I mean, and you guys are gonna see a lot of these moves that we got tonight were just, I mean, they were pretty brutal. They were pretty stiff. They were working pretty stiff tonight, man. It felt like they were trying to bring a pay-per-view type feel to the show. I don't know if anybody else felt that, but I did. Mounted punches by Fenix to Trent, but Chuck picks up Fenix in the Razor's Edge and drops Fenix into a spear from Trent. All 6 men are in, and it's broken down completely. Death Triangle with a triple dive to the outside on all members of the Best Friends. Cassidy and Cassidy is in, and he finds himself on the business end of a triple drop kick. Fenix cuts off the ring, and then Cassidy is in trouble in the corner. Pac sets Cassidy up to the top rope and then follows, but then gets caught by Trent and Chuck, who get caught by the Lucha Bros. The 6-person Tower of Doom, and everyone is down in the ring. But then Pac and Orange are now legal at this point. Spinning back kick by Pac, but Cassidy counters with a suplex into the Stun Dog Millionaire. Sling Blade by Penta, Rising Knee by Chuck, double jump arm drag by Fenix, Tornado DDT by Trent. These guys are just working, man. These guys are working their asses off, and you can tell. Like, again, it feels like they wanted to start this show off with a bang, and it feels like they did just that. Trent sends Pac to the outside. Double super kick by the Lucha Bros. Cassidy looks for the double Hurricane Rana to Penta and Fenix, but gets caught as Pac hits the drop kick to the hanging Cassidy. Assisted by a lung blower, German suplex by the Death Triangle to get a 2 count. Lucha Bros and the Best Friends are fighting to the outside as Pac heads to the top. Cassidy escapes the Best Friends catch Pac with the soul food into the half and half suplex. Pac makes the tag to Penta, who walks into a pile driver by Chuck. Stalling pile driver by Trent on the Penta, and you got to get the people what they want. You know, they got to get that spot in over a prone Penta. Chuck and Trent are holding Penta as Cassidy climbs up to the shoulders, and they come down in a splash. Cassidy looks for the cover, but Pac breaks it up. Pac is now stomping on everyone's face before tagging himself in legally. Now it's hammer time, but Fenix tells Pac, no, we don't need the hammer. You know, Pac is all about the hammer these days. He's got to grab his hammer. Fenix is like, put that shit down. We don't need the fucking hammer. Fenix takes the hammer from Cassidy, rolls at Pac for the 2. Rebound German suplex by Pac, but orange punch on both of them. Trent and Pac are legal now. Penta springboards off of Pac into a destroyer, but Trent holds on. Chuck goes to the top. Strong 0, 1, 2. Nope, kick out. Fenix comes flying in to make the save. Double rolling thunder. Best friends by Fenix. Rebound, spinning heel kick. Fire thunder driver. And it's all over. Still, trios champions. The Death Triangle. These guys have been working together off and on for a while now. And it's, you know, I just can't get tired of it because they managed to bring something different to each match that they do. They do. I mean, it's just one of those things where just like, I just like seeing all 6 of these guys and whatever variation they come up with. It just works for me. It just works for me. You know, after the match, Pac and Fenix have a little talk about the hammer situation. But it's all well. It's all good. No issue from it. If Wrestling 101 has taught us anything, this is not the last time we're going to be hearing or seeing anything about this. So, Toni Schiavone is here with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Britt says she is mildly interested in the AEW's interim women's championship, but more disgusted since neither of them are in the title match. Now, I want you guys to think about something for a while. They used the word interim a lot tonight in regards to the women and the women's title. Did anyone hear them mention the name Thunder Rosa? I didn't. Did anyone hear them actually mention the name Thunder Rosa? Or why? Why do we have an interim champion at all to begin with? You know, Taz made a comment a little bit later on in the show, right? He said something about if you're a new viewer here to the show, you know, XYZ, and then he, you know, inserted his comment. But if you were a new viewer here to the show, and all you keep hearing over and over is how Toni Storm is the interim women's champion, and Britt Baker's talking about how who's going to be the interim women's champion, everything else. If I'm a new viewer, I'm sitting here and asking myself, well, why are you an interim champion? What happened to the last champion? Speaking of what happened to last champions, they don't mention CM Punk anymore either, do they? They going over the history of Moxley and Hangman's road to what got them here to where they are right now. But nowhere in those video packages do we see Phil Brooks. It's like they're just gonna pretend he never existed, right? What happened to him? You gotta tell us something, man. What happened to him? You can't just pretend these people disappeared. I mean, I get why they don't mention Punk anymore. I mean, I'm just, you know, bullshitting or whatever, but why no mention of Thunder Rosa, man? She is the women's world champion. There's no interim there at all. So it makes it hard for me to believe that there's going to be a title change from Toni Storm to anyone else until they get Thunder Rosa in a match with her. So that's just my take. So I don't know. Next up, we have the AEW interim women's title match. Toni Storm versus Hikaru Shida. My girl, man. I'm digging Shida these days, man. She's to me, she's improved her work rate, man. So can't hate on Shida no more, man. I wasn't a fan at first, but I dig it. I can get behind. All right. Chain wrestling to start. Storm gets the upper hand with a shoulder block. Drop kick by Shida, but Storm catches her looking for a springboard and connects with a flying hip attack. Man, Toni Storm with that flying goddamn, what she call it? The sweet cheek music. I think that's what she called it. Man, she's gonna fucking knock somebody out with that ass one day, man. I'm sorry, man. Jesus Christ, man. Fucking Shida had to eat it twice. Okay, poor choice of words. I don't want to insinuate that Shida is out there eating ass. Okay, all right. Okay. God damn it. Let's move on. Toni Storm on that attack quickly. Now with her hair that sends Shida across the ring. Okay. She tossed Shida across the ring. Storm in control with a double arm bar, but Shida drops Storm with a step up enziguri. Running knee strike by Shida and a mounted 10 punch in the corner. Shida is up top with the missile drop kick that gets a 2 count. Shida heads up to the top and then Storm follows, but Shida fights her off. Meteora by Shida to a seated Storm. Gut wrench into a sit out Dominator gets a long 2 count. Falcon Arrow is blocked by Storm, as is the Venus Shoot. Storm ducks under and then drops Shida with a released German suplex. A running hip attack, aka sweet cheek music. Storm looks for the tornado DDT, but Shida holds on and hits a variation of the Falcon Arrow for 2. Shida looks for the katana, but Storm hits a big elbow. Roll up by Shida gets 2. Rising knee by Shida is blocked. Storm hits a bridging German suplex for 2. Tornado DDT by Storm, and Storm 0. Shida loses. Toni Storm retains. What else did you guys expect from this match? Not a bad match. Very good TV match, man. I can't front on it, man. I give Toni Storm, shit a lot, but I'm never the one to take anything from her in the ring at all. And I think her and Shida have fantastic chemistry with each other. So I could watch them wrestle all day long. It still does not feel that the women are in a good place, though. And I gotta admit, and here's the good reason why. We'll get into the post match, because Britt Baker then comes out, and she has to come out in her Pittsburgh Steelers gear in Cincinnati, just to get the extra cheap heat there. As Britt Baker gets down to the ringside, though, here comes Saraya, and she comes down and does her best Goldberg impression and spears Britt Baker after she runs down the ramp. All right, that's the closest thing to a bump. That's the closest thing to a bump that I've seen from Saraya. It's a start, It's a start. I'm glad they're starting off slow. I still can't help but feel a little worried every time I see her take a bump, because it just feel kind of sketchy about how she got back into a wrestling ring. But that's just me. What the fuck do I know? After that, Riho. You heard me. Riho makes her return back to AEW. She comes down and joins the action. She hits the ring, drops Rebel and Hater before helping Storm up to her feet. Riho and Toni Storm stand strong. I never liked Riho, man. I'm not gonna lie. I never liked Riho. I just can't get behind her, man. I'm sorry. Hikaru Shida has my vote. I don't know. I mean, Riho is in that iconic AEW spot, you know, that they always like to put up, you know, with her doing her flying her flying splash. You know, that's an iconic AEW shot, but I just can't get behind her, man. I don't know. Not a bad match, but again, it seems like we just tossed all the women we have in the ring in one segment and just mixed all the feuds together. They're all intertwined. The only other women that are doing anything on the show is Jade, and they were in the backstage segment. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Wardlow challenges the Embassy and refers to Maria Kanellis as a cackling bird. Goddamn Wardlow. Cackling bird. I don't like Maria Kanellis either, man. I don't know what it is. I've never been a fan of Maria Kanellis or Mike Bennett, but I mean, if you ask me which one is more over of the two, I guess Maria Kanellis over her husband, which is, I mean, man, it's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. But hey, what can you do? FTR here with Renee Paquette. In case you didn't know, Renee Paquette is a part of the AEW crew now, man. I'm with that. I don't know what you guys think, man, but love Renee. Dax says they have a target on their back, but they want a 4th championship. FTR does not have enough championships. They said, whoa. They said, whoa. We don't have enough. Let me tell you something, man. FTR cannot hold any more titles. They can't carry any more titles. Physically. They said they want the AEW Tag Championships. Out comes Swerve and Keith Lee. Swerve in our glory. All right. And Swerve says, now this is important. Swerve says FTR is prioritizing other companies over AEW. Swerve and Lee say they're the rightful number 1 contenders. Dax makes the match somehow. Dax makes the match, and all 4 accept. So it looks like on Rampage. Was it Rampage or was it next week? I think it's on Rampage. Next Rampage on Friday, we're going to have FTR versus Swerve in our glory. Number 1 contendership for the AEW Tag Team Match titles next week. Maybe it's next week. I don't know where they're going with this Swerve and Keith Lee thing. I do like it. You know, it's not, you know, it hasn't gone on too long yet. I'm just wondering how long are they gonna go along with it, if that makes any sense. So far, so good. I expect a turn because Swerve is out there, you know, being a dick, and Lee is out there just trying to be a little bit more respectful. So we'll see how it plays out. Darby Allen is in the back with Alex Marvez before being interrupted by Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt. And we can't get away from these guys, can they? Sanjay Dutt says he knows Darby's weaknesses, and Darby tells Marvez to leave before pie-facing Dutt. Dutt and Lethal attack Darby after calling him a trash panda. The fuck is a trash panda? I don't know. All right. And they dropped the metal door right across Darby's waist. You know, they beat this shit out of him down the loading dock, and then they rolled down the metal roll door. and they kind of just pinned him under that and kind of beat the shit out of him. Lethal put the figure 4 on him. They just kind of just murdered him out there. Once again, Darby's getting his ass kicked on TV. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? What the fuck is a trash panda? I don't know. Toni Schiavone is in the ring with William Regal. And before Regal can get a word out, here comes MJF. Regal puts the brass knuckles on. Music hits. MJF's coming down the ring. Massive pop for MJF. This guy is just over wherever he goes. Wherever he goes, man. 26 years old. MJF says he's not here to fight, bro. I'm not here to fight. MJF says he's going to tell a story. And Regal is going to listen because Regal owes him that much. Maxwell says he was 19 years old, training in the business for 1 year at the Creator Pro Academy. MJF gets pulled to the side and he's told that he got the extra work for WWE. MJF drove himself to the Barclays Center and was greeted and spoken to by William Regal himself. Regal told MJF and the rest of the extras they will have tryouts before the show with Arn Anderson, all right, Adam Pearce, Dean Malenko, and William Regal. The first two guys got in the ring and Malenko rang the bell and kicked them out immediately. MJF was up next and was terrified. Professional wrestling in his life. And he was terrified. He was terrified about what just happened. He was terrified about the opportunity he was going to get. MJF said, he was terrified. After winning the match, Regal gave MJF 3 minutes to sell himself, which he did. Regal said he was going to get MJF a job. Regal asked MJF how old he was. And when MJF responded with 19, sir. So I'm 19, sir. Regal told him he was much too young. That got boos from the crowd. That drew you fucked up chants towards Regal. Regal gave MJF hope though. Regal wouldn't put his name on many people, but he told MJF he stuck his neck out for Claudio, Danielson, and Moxley. Hometown pop for Moxley. Regal tells MJF to send him a match and a promo every month. MJF does that. He did just that every month until the third month when Regal tells Max he can no longer review his footage but make a name for himself and WWE will know. MJF says that made him want to kill himself. And he got right in his face and told him he damn near killed himself after hearing that fucking news. But he couldn't. He couldn't let people like Regal win. Regal has become nothing more than a joke, MJF says. A bitter, washed up old man who clings to talent far better than he ever was. MJF is better than Regal. And MJF says that Regal knows it. Wow, man. Scathing promo again from Maxwell Jacob Freeman. I believe this guy could do this every week. I sincerely believe that if MJF wanted to, I think he could genuinely cut a pipe bomb quality promo every week, top of the fucking hour. And no one would ever get tired of it because it would just get better and better and better each time. But we're not done because Regal grabs the microphone. After MJF, came out with his lickety split with his lickety split verse. Here come Regal to do his best B Rabbit impression. All right. Regal grabbed the mic and said, at age 16, Regal left his house to fight grown men at carnivals because he wanted to become a pro wrestler. Regal did not cast MJF aside. Regal wanted to light a fire under MJF because he knew how good he could be. If all it took was a damn email to light a fire, then MJF had it easy. And he called him Sunshine. He said, hey, you had it easy, Sunshine. That got a pop from the crowd. Regal says he's an ODV, an ordinary, decent villain. He's mentioned that before and previously while he was on commentary. Regal would never put his hands on Toni Schiavone. Regal says he's been let down by MJF because he's taken shortcuts. MJF uses a ring to knock people out, whereas Regal uses brass knuckles. It's not because he has to. It's because he likes hitting people with brass fucking knuckles. I don't have to use this shit. I use it because I want to. What Regal said. Regal asked MJF if he's going to take another shortcut and turn his back on him. He turned his back on him. He asked MJF, like, you know, you like taking shortcuts. You like taking shortcuts here, motherfucker. Regal turned around. Do your best. Take your shortcut, bitch. Let's go. MJF started to. He put his ring on. He put his diamond ring on. Thought about it. Then he decided, nah, I'm not going to do it. Regal says MJF still has a lot to learn. Then he walked off on him. That was so passionate and believable. I believed all of it. I believed when MJF comes out there and he looks you dead in your fucking eye, it feels like he means every word he is saying at that given moment in time. Every bit of it. And that's what it's all about when you cut a promo. You have to sell whatever it is that you're trying to sell. That's what's important. Everyone knows that you're out there playing a role. So convince them of the role. Convince them. And two of the best who have ever done it were in the ring at one time tonight. Fantastic stuff, man. Can't front on it. Fantastic stuff. Renee Paquette sat down with Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta earlier in the day. You know, you got Renee out there sitting down and having a chit chat with Renee. Seems like a family Thanksgiving dinner around there or some shit. No. Danielson says that he had a lot of high hopes for Daniel Garcia, which clearly upset Wheeler Yuta. Yuta said Garcia was using Danielson the whole damn time. Moxley and Claudio too. That's when Renee said, bitch, keep your mouth away from my damn hut. Nah, she didn't say shit like that. So, that would have been awesome though. See her stick up for Mox. Yuta says maybe he shouldn't have met his hero because bleeding for the Blackpool Combat Club name didn't mean anything to Danielson. We got trouble in paradise in the BCC, man. We got trouble in paradise. It seems to be coming apart at the hinges. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Next up, everyone's favorite, the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Title Match. Champion Chris Ocho Jericho against Dalton Castle. Man. Dalton Castle, man. I don't know what to say. I'll say this much this week. He was entertaining. All right. Everything about his gimmick, it really flowed. And It was entertaining tonight. I can't front on it. I don't like the gimmick. I still don't like it. But it was entertaining tonight. So that alone, fine. Fine. Okay. Dalton Castle comes out. He gets his full ring entrance with tons of boys and a throne. Jericho extends the code of honor, but Castle flips him off instead. Jericho attacks with chops, but Castle drops Jericho with shoulder blocks. Jericho sends Castle to the outside, who gets fanned by the boys. Castle hits the ring with a sequence of throws and a gut-wrench suplex. Hager hits the apron, but Castle sends the boys over the ropes like projectiles. Dalton Castle just started throwing boys all over the place. I don't know. The fuck am I looking at, man? Castle now remembers he's in pro wrestling. He's in a pro wrestling match and grabs a chin lock on Jericho instead. So yeah, the chin lock. Great move. Great wrestling move. Throwing boys at a grown man. All right. Castle charges up in the corner, but Jericho gets the big boot up, and now Jericho addresses the crowd with middle fingers. Back suplex by Jericho. Gets a 2 count. Series of clotheslines by Jericho in the corner. Jericho sets Castle up on the top rope, but Castle fights off and comes off the top with the axe handle. Only to be met by Jericho with a flying knee. Suicide dive and a rebound, the Hurricane Rana by Castle, off the apron onto the outside. The boys attack Hager on the outside and they steal his hat. Guys, this has to be the work of fucking Jericho. Jericho is the king of getting inanimate objects over. And all of a sudden, Hager's hat is about to be the new talk of the town, man. Watch. It's just fucking crazy. It's a hat. The boys attack Hager on the outside. They steal his hat, which causes Hager to fucking go berserk, and he destroys all of the boys. Hager is out there beating boys. Jericho takes advantage of the distraction and gets a roll up for 2. Walls of Jericho attempt is countered into a Julie Namar. It looks like a Cobra clutch. Julie Namar. Right on. Jericho takes advantage of the Julie Namar. Jericho fights out with closed fists before locking into the walls of Jericho in the center of the ring. Castle fights hard, crawls to the bottom rope for the rope break. Jericho bumps Aubrey Edwards, who got pissed and is about to whoop Jericho's ass, and she bumped him back. Then Dalton Castle catches him with a clothesline. Exchanging shots in the middle of the ring now as Jericho drops Castle with a body block before looking for the lion salt. Before getting caught and dropped with the German suplex though. High stack cover by Castle gets 2. A bangarang attempt by Castle, but Jericho escapes and looks for the code breaker. But Castle holds on, shifts his weight, and connects with a bangarang. Jericho kicks out at the slightest margin before 3. Castle looking for different grips here, but Jericho drops Castle with the Judas effect out of nowhere. Jericho retains, still ROH World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho. Jericho and the rest of the JAS hit the ramp. Jericho says he wants to destroy the legacy of Ring of Honor one by one, including announcers, Parker and Bernard grabbed Ian Riccaboni, but Jerry Lynn came in with the save. Jericho then tombstones Lynn on the ROH title, which was upside down. So I guess it's kind of weird because he dropped him a tombstone on the leather part of the belt. What can you do? I love Jericho, man. This Dalton Castle, I don't love as much, but I'm going to be honest, I could see it growing on me over time. If I'm being honest. All right? I could see it growing on me over time. What I don't care about is the ROH title, man. I'm sorry. It's just not doing anything for me. It's just not. We have too many titles on TV, and for me, any and everything ROH title related can be gone right now, and there would still be too many titles in AEW. That's how flooded they are with world titles right now. There's just too many. There's just too many. Guys, then we have the controversial main event. The AEW World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley versus Adam Hangman Page. Let's get into it, guys. Guys, if you're just joining us, thank you for being here tonight. Because that other guy is not here. We won't even mention his name. Shout out to JD. Just playing, y'all. Just playing. Once again, guys, if you would like to contribute to the channel, get those super chats in. The leading donator for the month will be moderator of the month for the month of November. And then we have November's giveaway coming up. Stay tuned. World title match. Regal has now joined commentary. Moxley gets the hometown hero reaction because he is at home and he is a hometown boy. Moxley enters through the crowd like normal. Hangman got his normal entrance and he was in the ring waiting for Moxley. Moxley comes through the crowd like he always does, get himself hyped up. I figured something was kind of odd when Regal did not come out with Moxley through the crowd because he normally does. But sure enough, as Moxley was out there, getting himself hyped up and ready to go, in comes Hangman, starts the attack on the outside. Hangman is such a consummate professional. He knows he's gonna go out there and work heel. He's gonna work straight up heel for Moxley tonight. If you didn't see that, man, it was so obvious. He didn't want to be in a tweener zone. He wanted to give the Cincinnati fans a true villain to fucking boo. He was trying to get them off the fence of wanting to boo him, or wanting to cheer him and cheer Moxley. So since Mox is in his hometown, Hangman just said, well, I'll just fucking work heel. So he was just healing it up for him, man. That was pretty good shit. Hangman takes the fight to him in the ramp, and the brawl starts out there with the fans. Hangman goes into the crowd, and he goes up a few rows, and then he hops the rail and goes over the entrance that Moxley came through. Got on top of the fucking entranceway and did a fucking moonsault off the fucking entranceway onto fucking Moxley, man. It was so fucking smooth. Man. Hangman is just, I hope he's okay, man. I hope he's okay. MJF is shown once again hanging out in the luxury seats with his big ass fucking oversized fucking sobriety chip or whatever the fuck it is he's carrying around, man. I don't know. MJF is up in the rafters. He's looking with the poker chip. The brawl continues throughout the crowd. Since the bell has not rang yet, this is all legal. So that's what they do now to get some no holds barred action into a match. They'll start the fight before the ringing of the bell. Then they can do whatever they want. They cut to commercial break. Somewhere in that commercial break, and there was quite a few of them. Somewhere in that commercial break, we come back. Moxley's a fucking bloody mess. Moxley got he took one somewhere. I don't know if it was hard way or what. I have no idea. But Moxley's bleeding. He gets thrown into the ring by Hangman, but rebounds with the suicide dive to the outside. Moxley on the attack now with the overhands and chops, and we finally get the bell rang now with both men in the ring at the same time. The men hit the floor again as Hangman sends Moxley chest first into the steps. Hangman pounds onto the face of Moxley with closed fists in an attempt to get the blood flowing. You can tell he's trying to hit it. He's trying to open up that wound a little bit more. So now I'm inclined to believe that it was a planned blade spot. But again, we don't really know. In the ring, Moxley with a backdrop and a figure four. Moxley gives Hangman the finger in the middle of the figure four, but Hangman eventually gets out. Hard chops now exchanged by both men, and a hammer thrown by Hangman. Fall away slam by Hangman, and a kip up to a crowd to a chorus of boos. I mean, they were giving Hangman his heat tonight, man. There was no discrepancy on who they wanted the crowd to give their reaction to, and I can appreciate that. He kips up to a course of boos. Moxley hits an ace crusher out of nowhere. Mounted punches in the corner by Moxley. Moxley sets Hangman up on the top rope before clawing at Hangman's back. That spot that Moxley always does when he scratches the shit out of your back. Like legit, you can see like the blood marks on the back of guys' backs when he gets done doing that spot sometimes. I mean, man, it's just suplex by Moxley gets a 2 count. But Moxley retains wrist control, stomps to Hangman, straight armbar by Moxley, but Hangman's foot gets caught in the rope. Both men are on the apron now, and Hangman connects with a dead eye on the apron. And I got some information here that you guys might not know. The apron is the hardest part of the ring. True story. True story. Deadeye onto the apron. Moxley falls into the floor as the cameraman pans to the rafters to get another shot at MJF, and MJF is gone. MJF is gone. And I think that's an important spot to circle back to in a little bit. Page is finally able to get Moxley back into the ring, but only a 2 count. Single leg crab applied by Page. Moxley is able to free his shoulders and roll Hangman over and lock in a bulldog choke. But they're too close to the ropes, so Moxley posts himself shoulder first in the corner. Hangman places Moxley on the top rope, but Moxley tries to fight him off and he can't. Avalanche fall away slam. 1, 2. No. Close 2 count. Moxley looks for a German suplex, but Hangman backflips out and lands on his feet. Lariat by Hangman gets a 2 count. Hangman charges Moxley into the corner, but Moxley catches him coming with a King Kong lariat of his own. Now, referee Paul Turner and Doc Samson are checking on Hangman immediately. Right away, Turner goes over and checks on Hangman like they would normally do after any kind of big spot. And right away, I saw Turner's reaction, and I could tell that Hangman was not getting up and he wasn't moving. And if you look at the way he landed from that lariat, he landed like temple first onto the mat. So it looks like he was knocked out cold completely. Again, I don't have the details on the situation with Hangman in front of me right now. But it just didn't look good. And the second that Samson hit the ring and then Moxley kept away from Hangman, I knew right then and there that the injury was legit and it wasn't funny, man. I saw some footage from ringside fans on Twitter, and it looked scary. Okay, it looks scary. He left on a stretcher. If I'm correct, if anyone was there or saw otherwise, let me know. But I believe he was stretchered out. They kept cutting the commentary because at this point there's about 10 minutes left in the show and they didn't have anything to fill it. So you can tell that production was scrambling at the same time trying to get help for Hangman. The commentators were trying to soften the blow a little bit. You can tell Taz was completely out of character. And I don't know. I know I know it wasn't as bad as Owen, but it gave me Owen vibes as far as how the mood just shifted and everything else. But thoughts and prayers go out to Hangman, man. Thoughts and prayers go out to Hangman. Post-match, Regal joins Moxley in the ring. As we pan to commentary desk, Excalibur and company run down the upcoming card for Rampage and Dynamite. But then Moxley grabs the microphone. It looks like they were trying to establish what they were going to do with the remaining 10 minutes. So they just gave Moxley a live microphone. Moxley hopes Hangman recovers and gets back to 100%. Right away, again, more confirmation this is not a work. Because, who would stop a match like that 10 minutes to go into the show? This is not a work, guys. He hopes he gets back to 100%, but this is a dangerous game that we play. You got to put everything on the line, and Moxley says he's still got a lot of energy left. Moxley says if MJF wants to prove who the hell he is, he should come, bring his little suburban ass down to the ring right now. Cue his music. Out comes MJF. MJF is bringing a referee with him. He's bringing Bryce Remsburg with him. Now, this is an interesting point, guys, because we were told once before that MJF, when he cashes in his chip, it cannot be, Money in the Bank style. It has to be pre-announced. And we'll get to that, but I don't understand the tease they keep giving us about MJF not being in the suites, and now he's on the ground. Is he gonna cash in? If you thought he was gonna fucking cash in dress shoes and dress clothes, then you're an idiot. No one believed that shit. No one believed he was gonna cash in without even having his ring gear on. So MJF comes down. He brings down Bryce Remsburg. MJF takes the chip and runs to the microphone. MJF doesn't want any excuses. So he backed off and said, nah, I'm not going to cash in. He said, I'd rather have you at, 110% and everything else. I want you at your best because I am going to challenge you for the world title at Full Gear. So we have our Full Gear main event set. We have Jon Moxley versus Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Guys, this is going to be an historic match, man. MJF is either about to win his title, his first world title, or lose his first world title attempt. This should be good. This should be good. I can't wait to see what direction they go in. This should really be good, man. Do you take the title off of Moxley so soon? He's already a 3-time champion. The guy's already a 3-time world champion, man. How many more times can he win and lose that title? At what point does it become not interesting anymore? I don't know, man. I don't know. We shall see. I think that's the part that makes this interesting, man. It feels like taking the title off of Mox right now is too soon. He's gonna be a fucking 32-time champion come, next year at this fucking pace, man. What do these reigns mean? What do we say about Charlotte Flair being champion? Well, all these reigns don't mean anything because they've been short reigns. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna give Mox a title here, then have him lose it at the next pay-per-view? Is MJF gonna lose his first fucking attempt at the world title when he's fucking it's on a hot streak right now? The guy's white hot. Do you have him lose? What do we do here? I don't know, man. I don't know. But that is tonight's AEW Dynamite post show. What you guys think of the show, man? How many tacos should we give it? How many tacos should we give this show? I'm inclined to give it a solid 4, man. I think it would have been a solid 4 had Hangman not gotten hurt. So I don't feel it's fair to deduct any tacos from the show just because he got inadvertently hurt. It feels like that wouldn't be fair, right? Right? I think so too. Guys, you guys are fantastic. You are all great. Let's get into the super chats, man. Let's get into the super chats. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here. All right. We will do this. Let's see. CO 18. Where in the fuck is it? There we are. Here we are. All right. First up, we have Raging Girl Gamer. You're so awesome, Rage. Wait, is that last night? Jesus Christ, no, that's last night. What the hell? Screw you, Rage. I'm not getting to you until... Wait, is that you? No, that's not you. Okay, let's get back to the music. Let's get back to the music. There we go. There we go. Oh, that must have came after midnight. Oh, no, it couldn't have come after midnight. What the fuck is up? Tony Brown with the $1.99 super chat. What up, young man? Tony Brown, I appreciate you, bruh. I appreciate you, Tony Brown. Not a whole lot of Tony Brown action tonight, man. Sorry, Tony. But I appreciate you, bruh. Ryan, the Canadian Chipmunk, with the Canadian $10 super check. Great show, minus what happened to Hangman. That makes I hope he makes a full recovery. I do as well. You know, it really sucks, man. These guys go out there and they do put themselves on the line for us. And you just gotta appreciate that, man. You do. So, feels bad, man. I hope everything is okay. Head of security. The Guardian of Security and the Guardian of Chaos with the 1999 super chat. Let's fucking go. Hashtag mod squad. Get it, Jesse. I appreciate you so much. Guardian. Much love, man. Tyler B with a $10 super chat. This Dynamite tonight felt different, but absolutely on point. Prayers for Hangman. We heard mention of the Elite and saw Punk in a ROH package video. Interesting. Did you? Really? I missed that one then. Okay. Was it tonight or was it somewhere else? Maybe I was busy doing notes. Maybe I missed that one. But thank you so much, Tyler B. I appreciate you, bruh. I appreciate you. Eddie Hazard with the $9.99 super chat. MJF Punk promo of the year 2021. MJF Regal promo of the year 2022. The devil don't miss. Prayers up for Hangman. Eddie, I gotta agree, man. I gotta agree. And clearly it's not a coincidence as to why MJF is involved in every promo of the year. This guy is money, man. This guy is money. I appreciate you, Eddie. Thanks a lot, man. Sky Buddy with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Respect for doing your own thing tonight, big dog. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks, and I appreciate everything you guys do here. I really do. Hollywood Lifer with the 1999 super chat. Prayers for Hangman. Indeed, man. Indeed. Shout out to Hangman, and I don't know what else to say, man. Get well soon. Get well soon, man. Our Future Media with the $5 super check. Great show tonight. Prayers to Hangman. That looks scary. It did. You see how it's hit? It looked like he didn't get a chance to brace that fall at all. He just came down straight up, just head first, right into the mat, man. And get better, hey, man. Come on, kick out. MGM Ballin' with a $4.99 super chat. Prayers for Hangman. And I'll become a channel member when I have my laptop. It won't let me join on my phone. Thank you so much, MGM. I appreciate it, man. I sincerely do. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. And get my memberships here. No. Let me see. See if they still up here. I saw some new members that I want to make sure that they get their props. Chill Vibes. Welcome to the Taco Crew, man. I appreciate you, Chill Vibes. Man, I don't know what to say, man. I am sincerely thankful, man. Thank you guys so much. The Script Keeper is now a member of the Taco Crew. You guys, thank you all so much. I appreciate you, man. I do have more emotes coming very soon. I am in the process of working on those. You guys have been great, man. Show was not bad at all. What do you guys want to talk about? You know, in the Cody voice. Guys, that is today's show. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us on this special Tuesday night edition of AEW Dynamite. Guys, my name is Jesse, aka your very own one and only Chitown Smark. Join me on Twitter. Tag is right under the dark symbol. Again, sorry we couldn't get the Dynamite layout ready in time. Shout out to my boy Osakui. Go watch Bosch Legacy. You guys like storytelling? Osakui is on the writing team. Go show him some love. Be on the lookout